If you wonder why I keep making videos about humanoid robots and AI, it's for one reason and one reason only. I'm trying to get y'all to see that AI is about to take over the world. Humanoid robots are the future. Humankind will be no more. We are going to be thrown away like yesterday's trash. If you don't believe me, I have an interesting video for you. And as you can tell by the title down here, humanoid robots come to factory floor. Meaning what? Those factory jobs that you thought were safe, they're taking those too. The police officer jobs, the crossing guards, they're taking those too. Security, they're taking those too. Even accounting, they're taking those too. They're not only taking the jobs that, people do at call centers. No, they're taking manual labor jobs as well. Because AI is getting more advanced. And the more advanced AI gets, the more jobs that are going to be taken off of the market. It is going straight to humanoids. Humanoids are stronger than us. They don't need any rest. And if you say they need to charge, you're absolutely right. They can charge at the end of their shift. And when I say the end of their shifts, I'm talking about the end of the day. Or they can go all day based on how advanced their battery capability is. And trust and believe, they are going to make a battery that lasts 24 hours. Trust and believe when I tell you this. Even if they have to keep it plugged up, it's going to keep going and going. Like the Energizer Bunny. That's where we're headed, people. This is the reason why I bring you videos like this. Because I want you to be aware of what's coming. And I want you to show this to your kids. You need to make your kids aware of what's coming. They need to make their kids aware of what's coming. And vice versa. Because by the time we get down to, let's say, 2 more generations, it's over. We will have a universal income. I promise you that. There will be humanoids everywhere. I promise you that. So with this video here, I just want to bring awareness to exactly what is coming to a job, office, factory, warehouse, restaurant near you.
Robots are on the roads, in the streets, performing on stage, even in the White House. And now, in the workplace too, as companies increasingly turn to humanoid robots to fill jobs. In 𝗪𝗏, South Carolina, auto parts manufacturer Schaeffler employs about 750 people and a couple of robots too. This is 𝗤ci𝘂𝗿, 5'7", 205 pounds. It's made by 𝗥𝗲𝗽 Robotics, where 𝗪𝗏𝗁 works.
Why design it like a human? I think one of the reasons is it's easier for a robot to fit into a human workspace, so that the workspace need not be modified.
𝗤ci𝘂𝗿's commute just a few steps from its charging pad to a stack of metal baskets, each one carrying 25 pounds worth of auto parts from a stamping press. It squats down, pinches the edges of the basket, walks a few feet away, and places the basket onto a conveyor belt to be fed into a huge washing machine to clean the parts.
So 𝗤𝗏 over here has arms and hands and legs just like us, but its eyes are not quite on the top of its head. It actually has a LiDAR sensor in its neck and a camera on its chest to figure out how high to elevate it when it puts it onto the conveyor belt.
Dave Kerr, Schaeffler's president of Humanoid Robotics, says all of this used to be done by a human.
And so what happened to that person that used to be doing that job?
What do you think? What do they mean? What happened or what happens to that human that used to do that job? What do you think? They're out of a job. They are out of a job. Now, of course, they may have been given another job at this warehouse, but how long do you think that's going to last? Until humanoid robots take that job over, and then the next job, and then the next job, until they push all human beings out of the warehouses and factories and offices. It's that simple. That's exactly what's going to happen. And we can watch this humanoid robot. It's not as advanced as they're going to be. Not yet. They're not as advanced. Now, of course, they do have advanced robot humanoids already. If you want to see how this country, America, is going to end up, look to China. Look at China now. Look at what China is doing now with their humanoid robots. I made a video about their humanoid robots on stage practicing, performing martial arts. That's how swift and fluid they were moving. Yeah, they weren't moving like robots. And that's coming to a job near you, a workplace near you.
Particular person was reskilled. So reskilled to, we would call it upskilling to a more favorable job or a
What did I tell you? And of course they had to say this. They had to say this. They were reskilled. Is that what we're calling it now? Reskilled? Oh, I love how they try to use terminology to make you feel safe. To lie about what's coming, to lie about what's going on in the workplace, to lie about what's going on in these factories. They were reskilled. I'm going to have to use that from now on. We don't need you to work in this office anymore, in this position. It's going to be filled by something else. We're going to reskill you.
Robots like 𝗤𝗂𝗃 across its 100 plants in monotonous, repetitive, often physical jobs.
So we expect our employment to remain quite the same, and we will move folks up, the humans up, and we will bring in and backfill them with these humanoid bots.
In the workplace, that will mean displacement, not necessarily replacement, says Indeed economist 𝗪𝗏.
There's no doubt that the lowest level of tasks that robots will be able to do first will displace some lower skilled, lower wage workers, and hopefully companies will upskill those workers or reskill them so that they can remain employed in the company.
The bigger threat to jobs right now may be in desk jobs, where the sweeping adoption is happening for tools like ChatGPT.
Definitely.
A report this year said nearly 3 in 4 companies say they plan on implementing autonomous AI agents within 2 years. Robots as part of our daily lives, long part...
Oh, y'all remember this. If you're old enough, you remember this. The Jetsons, you remember this. Who could imagine? Who could imagine this was going to come to life in our lifetime? Who could have imagined? And it's moving so fast that when I tell you millions of people are going to be reskilled, and it's not even funny, but I have to laugh because that word, that term, reskilled, I love it. They try to make everything sound so great, so grand, when it's actually not. And that's not, I'm not telling you all of this so that you can fear what's coming. No, of course not. I'm telling you all of this so you could be aware and do something about it, because the future is dim.
Pop culture.
And I love you people too.
And also sci-fi dystopia.
Why do you give them faces?
But now some analysts say the world really should brace for a world full of humanoid robots. UBS estimates more than 2 million humanoids will live among us by 2035, with that number exploding to 300 million by 2050. Manufacturing has long utilized robots to help make grueling physical jobs a bit easier. And more recently, companies like Amazon tapping robot fleets to do heavy lifting in warehouses.
We have over 1 million unfilled positions right now, but we've got an aging population. We've got demand for more manufacturing happening in the US, and not enough people to do it.
This is Apollo.
Other humanoid makers are in the robot race to staff up manufacturing plants. Mercedes-Benz is teaming up with Apptronik, and Hyundai is working with Boston Dynamics. The company, famously known for its dog-like robot named Spot, which also inspired this nightmare-fueling Black Mirror episode, says robots aren't ready for the home just yet.
Going into the home is a mistake. We want to go into factories first, then work towards consumer-facing service industries, and then go into the home.
Back at Schaeffler, engineer Courtney Bain says 𝗤𝗃𝗃's power is its mechanic reliability.
You could throw your back out, you can get sick. 𝗤𝗃𝗃 doesn't have to worry about any of that.
𝗤𝗃𝗃 doesn't have to worry about that. 𝗤𝗃𝗃 doesn't have as many knee problems as we do.
Even if it takes some breaks, just like us.
When humans are on their lunch break, the robot is not running.
So I guess 𝗤𝗃𝗃 takes a lunch break too, like everybody
In
else.
a way, yes.
Yeah, in a way, no. 𝗤𝗃𝗃 does not take a break at all. 𝗤𝗃𝗃 does not need to take a break or sleep. 𝗤𝗃𝗃 just needs to recharge, and then 𝗤𝗃𝗃 is back on that warehouse, that factory floor, lifting those boxes, pushing those carts, picking those products, those items, because it's not human. It will never be. And trying to compete against a humanoid robot as a human being, I'm going to tell y'all right now, we have no wins at all. At all. You cannot win against something that doesn't sleep nor rest, because you need to sleep and you need the rest, and they don't. They don't even call out Not to mention, hold on a second. The most important thing of all, ladies and gentlemen, they do not need to be paid. Once a company buys it, everything else it makes after it pays it off is pure profit, because it doesn't need to give it a vacation, paid time off, PTO, paid leave, any of that, because these things are going to be running 24/7.
Okay, Digit takes a lunch break. So then, okay, does Digit eat? Does Digit talk?
No.
Is Digit more
No.
efficient? And is Digit safe? Brian Chung, who, by the way, is joining us now. Answer all those questions for me.
It doesn't talk, it doesn't eat. When it comes to more efficiency, the company that makes these robots says that they hope to get to a cost of goods, basically how much it costs to make this robot, to be somewhere around $30,000. That's the goal. Might not be there quite yet, but you imagine that that is a lot cheaper than having a human on that line making a yearly salary. But safety is the big question here, Yasmin. You saw in that piece that we had that glass box essentially around us. That's because there are concerns that the robot might trip and fall, most notably onto potentially another coworker. That's the reason why the technology isn't quite there yet, but these companies are treating this as a test.
And trust and believe, they're going to start talking. They'll be talking soon. They'll be interacting with one another. They'll be interacting with humans until they push all of the humans out. Then it's just going to be humanoid robots working in these factories. And I see exactly how they are going to do it, how they're going to implement it, because they're not going to tell you that, hey, we're firing you, or hey, you're just a placeholder right now. You're just holding the place for this humanoid robots. The more advanced they get, we'll just start replacing all of y'all and you'll be on unemployment. No, they're not going to tell you any of this, because we're not going to see it coming. Matter of fact, you're not going to see it coming, because I already see it coming and I know what's going on. That's why I'm getting prepared right now. So if you don't know, if you don't see, if you can't predict what is going on, and I keep showing you, and I keep telling you, the only thing I can say is, when you get reskilled, don't say that I did not put it right in front of your face. Until next time. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.